G'day and welcome to another edition of Hef's Beer Reviews. Today I'm reviewing this beer here, Hahn Super Dry, gluten-free. Yeah, gluten-free. So normally I don't do this kind of thing on the channel, but a little bit of personal information just to give you an insight as to why I might be reviewing this beer, because a gluten-free beer is not normally something that I would even bother trying out of curiosity, to be honest. But one of my kids has a probable celiac diagnosis at the moment. We're waiting for confirmation, but that's what it looks like. So doing a lot of investigating into gluten-free foods and the like, and saw this one in the bottle shop the other day and thought, why not? Let's have a look, give it a try, see what it's all about. This one actually is brewed from rice. Well, so what, you might ask, lots of beers have rice in them. Lots of Asian lagers, Budweiser famously has rice in it, but they are still predominantly brewed using barley malt, so they do contain plenty of gluten. This one, 100% rice. Also used special enzyme to break down any residual sugars, which means that it is very low carb as well, and I'm expecting that it's also going to be very dry, super dry, in fact. 330ml green bottle, 4.2% ABV, 1.1 standard drinks. Crack it open and pour out into this glass. I believe that this was at one point called Hahn Ultra or something similar, but now it's under the Super Dry banner. All right, look, the beer glass was in the fridge, so we've got a bit of condensation, but it is a straw colour. We've got less than a finger of white head, which is dissipating very quickly, and we've got a medium amount of carbonation. It's hard to tell with the condensation on the glass, but it's pretty clear. Aroma. Yeah, look, smells like a light Australian lager. Let's see how it tastes. Cheers. Very light in terms of body. Just absolutely zero bitterness to speak of. It's very dry in the finish. Flavour-wise, gee whiz, I'm really struggling to pick anything up at all, to be honest. I mean, normally with this style, you'd expect a very light, sweet malt flavour to come through, despite the dryness. Perhaps a little bit of subtle hop bite to it. Being an Australian lager, of course, you'd expect a bit of Pride of Ringwood, that earthiness, perhaps a touch of citrus. I'm not getting anything from the hops. I don't know what they've used in this one. And it's not really even any malt flavour. I mean, it looks like beer. It smells like beer. The taste, I guess if I'm really looking for it now, I'm getting a faint beer-like, malt-like taste. If I was doing a blind tasting between this and the regular Super Dry, I reckon 10 times out of 10 I could pick it. It's not that the flavour is particularly different to me, it's just that it's so faint. Super Dry is not the most flavoursome beer out there, of course, but it's got more than this. But anyway, I guess if you can't have gluten and you're looking for a gluten-free beer, it's a beer. Are there better gluten-free options out there? Probably. I can't say I've tried them. Interestingly, Wayward Brewing Company, which is an independent brewery based in Camperdown in Sydney, they don't brew gluten-free beers. They brew normally. They add a special enzyme that then breaks down the gluten, and they say that they're low gluten. They've had their beers independently tested, and they've done very well in those tests, but I'm not saying that they're gluten-free. They don't say it either. Do your own research. The other one, I believe, is White Bay or something similar, and they brew gluten-free beers. So I'd probably try one of those if I had to. So look, in terms of a regular Australian lager, in terms of a score, I'd probably give it a 2 out of 5. It's not great. It's drinkable. I'm sure you could get used to drinking it. There's no off flavours. Just doesn't have a lot of flavour. Some people like that, so I guess it's extremely sessionable. The price point, I think it was $5 for a single. I don't know how much it is for a case. I can't really score it as a gluten-free beer. As I said, I just don't have anything to judge it against. So there you go. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 for the Hahn Super Dry gluten-free. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time on Hef's Beer Reviews.